Being in nature comes with nearly unlimited benefits. Physically, if you're outside in nature and grounding yourself, that can send minerals into your body and benefit you that way. And then in a mental aspect, being out in nature, even right now, it's just a constant flowing calmness and peace that you don't always find out in the big city or elsewhere. But just being here, taking that moment to be quiet, allows you to connect yourself from the constant activity and chaos of life.
I know that when people come out here and experience the land here, that it shifts them. It either makes them feel more positive or more connected, but everyone says when they drive on the property here at Circle R that it feels different. They feel different as soon as they get here, and then when they spend time really looking around, they leave feeling just better, more peaceful, calm. At our nature school that I run here, we really intentionally try to forge connections with nature and children. So there's an empathy piece of like when you're playing a game in the forest and sneaking around, you sort of start to feel what the deer might feel, or the rabbit, or the coyote. There's that connection piece. And then we spend time sitting and listening to nature and opening our senses. Kids have come to love it and come to cherish that time. We have such busy lives, and to have our campfire at lunch and then have lunch and play for a little bit and then know that the sit spot time is them in the land by themselves, and it just sort of calms their energy down and gives them time to reflect. Another piece is that we really connect everyone with the changing of the seasons. So that's something when we're designing our programs out here, it's hard to say what we're going to do week to week because everything's always changing, and one week can go foraging and really harvest food and make stew out of the food that we get off the land. In the fall, all the leaves will fall, and then all of a sudden we can like explore and go different places that we couldn't go, and there's lots of brambles and burrs and poison ivy and all that kind of stuff, and there's a lot more deer tracks, or there's bucks on the land, and the changing of the animals, how their behaviors change throughout the season and stuff like that. So we're sort of amateur naturalists in our own way. The best is when kids come back year after year or week. Some come every week, and those connections grow really strong, and they know this land, and they're in love with this land just like we're in love with this land. People say this is like a second home to them because they feel connected to the nature here. It's just always like coming back to themselves when they get here. I think it's important that we notice nature all around us. Like I've been in downtown London, and there's a peregrine falcon like flying around between buildings and stuff like that. So if you can't get out to a place like Circle R, going to nature and going to the Thames River, or going to just noticing that nature's all around us. But to actually come out to a wild land like this, they're exposed to another level of wildness. But yeah, there's something about getting away from the energetic busyness of the city and the activity and stuff, and coming out to land where nature has its own rhythm, and sort of like connecting and exposing ourselves to that slows us down. And be in touch with our own inner nature, then we can live from maybe a more authentic place, maybe a more holistic place. Not so concerned about racing around and having to consume things to give us happiness.